Hello everyone! This year marks the 35th anniversary of the original release of the Super Mario Bros. Game. And today, we will be announcing upcoming Super Mario games and products that will be released by spring 2021. Okay, here we go!
It's me, Mario!
Here we go! Hey everyone, it is 𝗃𝗲𝗳𝗲𝗃 and I am back on YouTube. Again, I apologize for the little hiatus I took, but everything you need to know is within the previous video where I talk about how this year has kind of been a hard one for me. I've been going through a lot of personal stuff, but I'm starting to feel a little better. I'm feeling a little more motivated to get back to YouTube and produce videos for you guys. So I'm hoping to get to my back burner and finish up a lot of the videos that I've needed to finish up for a while now. And plus, we actually have some worthwhile topics to talk about for once. So yeah, I'm feeling a little better and I feel a little more comfortable coming back to YouTube and making videos for you guys. Again, I'm not going to promise that the consistency will be, 100% flowing smoothly, but I am going to try and be a little better with the schedule of this channel. I'm going to try and have the videos coming at a better pace than the last few months for sure. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into our main topic today. So as you might recall, I made a video a while back talking about a rumor of a 3D Mario collection, which was basically some of the best 3D Mario games bundled into one package on the Nintendo Switch. I made a whole video rambling on about that and how it could possibly turn out. And basically this rumor ended up being like the worst kept secret in a while. Like pretty much everyone was talking about this rumor throughout the entire year. Like it never lost any kind of smoke or traction. We basically knew it was only a matter of time before we finally saw this collection. I was definitely starting to lose hope a little bit as we got into this latter half of the year because it just felt like Nintendo was saying nothing about this collection or really any of their future plans. Like Nintendo this year has been very confusing to follow. Like they've shadow dropped some of their bigger announcements, but they've hyped up these random mini directs and indie presentations. Like it's so weird to be a Nintendo fan this year. And that is largely due to how, a certain virus has messed up their plans. We even have some confirmation of this, that they were supposed to reveal this stuff, a little sooner, but obviously because of the virus, that kind of put a wrench in their plans. So yeah, we're just now getting it. And the way we got it was a random shadow dropped direct focusing on the 35th anniversary of Mario. Now, obviously, it isn't as big as maybe Nintendo wanted it to be because of the virus, but in the end, we still ended up getting a lot of Mario stuff, and Nintendo seems to be really hyping up Mario for this year with a lot of cool products and, games. So that is what we're going to talk about today. So let's go ahead and start this off with obviously, the big talk of the town, the thing that everyone has mostly been looking forward to, the 3D Mario collection. And the official name of this collection is Super Mario 3D All-Stars. So yeah, it was real, I don't know what else to say, but I have a lot of interesting things to talk about with this collection because you would think that Nintendo putting out this big collection of 3D Mario games would be this, undisputable positive thing and this really cool thing that Nintendo does, because it feels like it's rare nowadays that Nintendo puts together a really cool collection like this. But surprisingly, this reveal was very divisive to the community and featured a lot of elements that made the reveal overall a mixed bag. So let's talk about how this collection turned out. Now, obviously, in my video, I was, talking about it from off the rumors, and the rumors were talking about how it was going to be the main 3D Mario games, Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy Remastered. I played with the idea of the games being remade and touched up a little more, but unfortunately, it is just remasters, and not necessarily remasters on the scale of even I thought, because for the most part, it is indeed just straight ports. Sunshine and Galaxy are slightly enhanced ports with widescreen and 1080p resolution, but it isn't dynamic. And Super Mario 64 is just a straight port that isn't even widescreen. It's basically just a re-release of the updated Japanese version, which slightly has a few differences from the original, but the biggest difference actually is that it removes a lot of the famous glitches from Super Mario 64, such as the backwards long jump. In terms of control, Galaxy does indeed have standard and motion controls like I speculated. It's probably based on that NVIDIA Shield port. But Sunshine weirdly isn't optimized for the GameCube controller, so you can't really use the analog triggers, so you'll just have to play it as if you're like emulating it with a normal controller, which is just another oversight that, again, makes this collection seem a bit underwhelming. Like, that's the thing with this collection. Like, yeah, it is a collection of these 3D Marios, which is exactly what I talked about in my rumor video, but I felt like they were going to do a little more to spice these games up when putting them back in the public eye again. And on top of just having these free games by themselves, one of the biggest omissions that, everyone actually talked about on Twitter and on all sorts of social media is that they indeed didn't put in Galaxy 2. Like, I thought for sure that they would have to put in Galaxy 2 because it would just feel weird to, have Galaxy in a collection but not have its sequel. That just felt weird to me. Like, I don't think Galaxy 2 is a game that has so much value to it that it can stand on its own. So it's so weird to not have it in this collection. And it not only was omitted from the 3D All-Stars collection, but it was actually omitted from the presentation as a whole, as if they didn't even want you to know it existed. So yeah, this 3D Mario All-Stars collection is just very bizarre. I guess one major plus is that it features the soundtracks of all the games. Apparently that's one feature it has, but besides that, there's not much depth to this collection at all. You are basically getting, what was rumored. You're getting Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy on one cartridge, and that's pretty much it. Now, what are my personal feelings about this collection? How do I personally and honestly feel about this Super Mario 3D collection now that it is fully revealed to us and we know what the full extent of the collection is? Well, honestly, and again, personally, I am very disappointed in the collection. As someone who already has access to all of these Mario games, I was hoping for a little more to entice me to pick up this collection. I'm a big fan of these 3D Mario games, and even if it just included Mario Galaxy 2, the concept that this big collection pack has almost all of the 3D Mario games available in one pack on one cartridge would lean me into buying it alone. But between not even including Galaxy 2 for whatever reason, and especially due to the fact that the games aren't remade and really barely even remastered, I will just have to personally pass on this collection. I'm not going to say that the collection is this terrible ripoff that makes you a dumb person if you buy it, because I feel like in some ways you are getting, your money's worth, kinda. Super Mario Sunshine, again, is a pretty rare game out there these days, and this is the first time they've really re-released it. And the Galaxy game and Super Mario 64 is still great games to this day. So in a way, I feel like this collection does match up to its value a little, but considering that you can just emulate all three of these games and even have them look better with the help of PC tools like texture packs, there's really almost no reason to pick up this collection almost. And it's sad because it really feels like Nintendo not only took the cheap route with this collection, but didn't do the best they could in going all out for it. Like, when it comes to this pack, it just feels underwhelming compared to so many other retro collections out there. Obviously, the biggest comparisons is the remade trilogies for stuff like Crash and Spyro. They went out their way to remake 3 of their games. Now, to be fair, those games are very similar to each other, so it was pretty easy to do that. But again, those were fully remade games in one collection, and those collections weren't even like $60, I think. So to see these old Mario games put in one collection for a full 60 is just, yeah, it looks a bit greedy by comparison. And again, there are other collections out there that just handle this a lot better. One of the collections I constantly praise and talk about on this channel, or at least on my social media, is the Kirby Dream Collection. And I have some notes here talking about that collection. For starters, again, that collection was not $60. Nintendo knew that they couldn't just charge a full $60 for some old retro games. They priced the collection at a fair $50. But for some reason, Nintendo is just very stingy and just feels the need to charge $60 for everything. Ports, old games, it's just honestly getting kind of ridiculous and out of character for Nintendo. Like, Nintendo has done greedy and stupid things before, I'm not gonna deny that, but it's just feeling really weird how Nintendo is very, like, stingy with their money lately. Like, and again, with Kirby Dream Collection, there was 6 games. There were no weird non-inclusions. They pretty much had most of those classic 2D retro Kirby games in one pack. And on top of that, the game had a bunch of cool stuff and features with it. Like, it had some new stages based on the engine of the latest Kirby game at that time, which was Return to Dreamland. It came with some episodes of the TV show. It came with a special soundtrack. It came with a booklet with all sorts of trivia and concept art. Like, that collection just did so much more than this Mario collection, and it's based around Kirby. Why isn't it that Mario can have a big collection that's worth its buck? Like, again, if this collection had more depth to it, like maybe it had more, you know, cool little features with it, like special videos and stuff like that, then yeah, it would be worth the $60, I think, in a way. But considering that, again, it's literally just free Mario games in one collection with, I guess, the soundtracks. You know, the soundtracks are a cool addition, but even those are still like, you know, like it just doesn't make the collection feel like it's worth that money. And I could name like all sorts of collections that are better than this one. Metroid Prime Trilogy, the Sonic Mega Collection, heck, even Super Mario All-Stars, the original Super Mario SNES All-Stars felt like a better deal, because again, those were essentially remakes of 4 of Mario's greatest games. Like, pretty much the games that define his series, they remade from the ground up in the SNES style and put them into one package. And when they were using the All-Stars name, I was thinking that maybe they would do something similar, you know, in spicing these games up and making them feel a little more modern, but they really didn't touch them. So, yeah. And the thing is, that's not even where all the negatives with the collection end, as there's the huge backwards fact that the collection is apparently only available for a limited time. Now, it would be one thing if it was the case for the physical versions, because again, what with the pandemic, you know, factories had to close down and supply of these games is kind of limited. So it's understandable that maybe it would be for a limited time due to the pandemic, but apparently it's even a limited time for the digital release of this game. Like, which makes no sense to me. Why on earth would Nintendo think it would be a good idea to sell this collection for a limited time? Because this collection has been one of the most anticipated games in years. Like, and not just the collection itself, but the games within the collection. Like, people have been waiting to replay games like Super Mario Sunshine and Super Mario Galaxy for ages. So I don't know why Nintendo thinks it's a good idea at all to only sell these games in this pack for a limited time. Again, you know, Kirby Dream Collection was a limited time thing because obviously they wanted to make it a special occasion type of thing. But in this case, there's no excuse because there is so much potential money in this that Nintendo really has no reason to just magically stop selling these old Mario games together. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, some people have come up with, you know, theories and little ideas as to why Nintendo is doing this. Maybe it's that false scare tactic they like to do. You know, maybe they're planning to re-release these games separately. But like, either way, man, Nintendo is truly the most frustrating company in existence, right next to Sega. Not because I think they're a consistently bad company, but because it feels like we can't have something good with Nintendo unless it comes with a huge flaw or catch for no freaking reason. Like, they can do amazing things when they actually put in the full effort and think things through, but at times they just go blank and just oversight major things with their games, and it's so annoying. Alright, now that I got that rant off my chest, let's just, do an overview and just recap how I feel about this whole collection. Basically, I still think it is a good thing. It's good that we're getting a collection of these 3D Mario games on the Switch. I do think it's a good thing that people will get to play these games again for the first time in a while, and even, we're gonna get some newcomers to these games. We're gonna see people, suffer through Super Mario Sunshine for the first time. I think all of that is fun stuff. I just think that Nintendo could have handled this whole collection a lot better, because there's just so many decisions with it that feel very backwards to me, Like, I don't think this collection is this terrible thing that we need to boycott necessarily, but I personally just think it's not 100% worth the money, especially if you already own these games. Like, if you already own these games, there's really no reason to get this collection, but it's Mario and Nintendo, and it'll probably still sell ridiculously well. But yeah, that's my feelings on the Super Mario 3D All-Stars pack, And with all of my thoughts on Super Mario 3D All-Stars out the way, we can now talk about the other things that Nintendo is doing for Mario's 35th anniversary. And I'm just going to kind of binge through these things because honestly, these other things that Nintendo has planned for the anniversary don't necessarily match up in the same level of hype, in my opinion. There is one big thing that I'm going to get to in a moment, but some of this other stuff is kind of just like whatever for me. First things first, there's this Game & Watch, that has Super Mario Bros. Built into it. Like, there's a special edition Game & Watch thing, and I don't care about that. That's a cool merch thing, I guess, if you're into collecting special Nintendo products, but otherwise, I don't care about that. There is a Mario Battle Royale now, where apparently you can play Super Mario Brothers with 35 other people, and you can, attack enemies and send them to other people. So I found that funny because the idea of a Mario Battle Royale has kind of been floating around, and Nintendo even took down a fan game of it, but now it's an official thing, I guess. The only dumb thing about this is also only available for a limited time, which I can't even comprehend why this is only available for a limited time, because this feels like something you might want to keep around to make that Nintendo Switch Online actually worth something, but whatever, man. This is another talk for another time. I'm going to try not to rant again. They actually speaking of the original Super Mario All-Stars, they actually put it on the SNES Online, which I thought was pretty cool. That, in my opinion, is a really good thing. They put it on the SNES Online, and if you already have the Online, that's pretty much a free game. You get to play all of these classic Mario games in the SNES style, which I think is really cool. It's another game to make the SNES and NES lineup, a little more worthwhile. I'm still not sure if they're going to bring N64 games or whatever to their service, which might be why they're doing the collection for a limited time. It's possible they might want to put some of these classic games on the service, but I don't know. That's just, there's just a lot of thought into that, and I don't want to overthink it for now. The next thing is that they have this special toy that's called Mario Kart Live Circuit AR, which is basically this little VR Mario Kart toy. And this announcement annoyed me because when I saw it in the presentation, for a split moment, I thought it was Mario Kart 9. I was going to explode because I've been waiting for Mario Kart 9 for the longest now. You guys know from my next Mario Kart Talk series that I've been looking forward to the next Mario Kart so much because I just need a new Mario Kart film. I'm like burnt out with Mario Kart 8. I love that game. It's easily one of my favorite games of all time, but I just need new Mario Kart. And this kind of makes me worried if they're going to do Mario Kart 9 or not. You know, there is the possibility that it could still come. Mario Kart 9 was kind of in the rumors, but it wasn't in the same rumors as the collection, so we don't necessarily know if it's a thing that's happening. Again, there's still room left in this year, so it's possible it could come, but for now, I'm just like, I don't know. And now we get to something that I think at least comes a little close to the hype of Super Mario 3D All-Stars. And that is the fact that they are indeed porting Super Mario 3D World to the Nintendo Switch. Yes, we are getting another Wii U port, and it is probably the one that's been most talked about since they started porting Wii U games. People have wanted to see 3D World on the Switch because it's just such a good game. Like, I can't stress enough how much I personally love 3D World. I'm not sure if necessarily if I'm going to double dip. You know, that's something I'm kind of like, I don't know about that, because I like to say one of the reasons that I'm not buying the Mario 3D All-Stars collection is I like to save my money for new games. I don't like to double dip on games often, but here's something that's very interesting about this Mario 3D World port. From what we see already, it does have a few tweaks and stuff, but it mostly looks the same for now. But one big thing that got confirmed with this game is that it actually has online multiplayer. Now the thing is, we don't know to what extent the online multiplayer is. Like, I speculated about this on my Twitter, talking about how will 3D World Online work. I'm guessing that it won't be the entire main campaign because that just feels too good to be true. So I'm thinking it might be similar to Mario Maker 2, where you can just play random levels with strangers and hopefully friends. Hopefully they don't make the same mistake that they made with Mario Maker 2 originally, where you can't play with friends. Please don't do it, Nintendo. But yeah, it would be cool though if you could play the main story with friends. Like, imagine hopping into your friend's room and he drags you the Champion's Road even though you haven't even beat the main story yet. That would be kind of funny. But yeah. And there's also this mode they're teasing called Bowser's Fury, which seems to look like a very open level that's bigger than any other level in the original 3D World games. So yeah, the 3D World Deluxe port is definitely looking a lot more interesting than I thought it would be. We don't know if there's going to be any new characters or worlds yet. Hopefully there is. Again, fingers crossed for Daisy. She deserves to be in a mainline Mario game playable for once. Not counting like Super Mario Run or something, but yeah. Super Mario 3D World Deluxe looks pretty interesting. I'm on the fence with that game, so we'll see what happens. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Mario 35th anniversary stuff, that I feel like talking about. There's some other smaller things too, like they have a special Splatfest, they have the Lego Mario stuff, but I don't feel like talking about that stuff. I'm a little disappointed that they didn't talk about like the theme park or the movie, but that's understandable because I'm guessing that stuff got delayed due to a certain virus. So yeah, Mario's 35th anniversary and this year as a whole has been okay. Like, it's definitely not the big explosion of greatness that I was initially expecting from the rumors, because it just feels like the rumors kind of left out a lot of the sour notes. For example, yes, we get the 3D Mario collection, but it's mostly just straight ports, and there's all sorts of little dumb elements about it, like the limited time stuff, or the fact that you can't use the analog triggers with Super Mario Sunshine. Like, stuff like that just feels a little bittersweet when it comes to, Super Mario 3D All-Stars. And also, another thing that was a part of that rumor was they mentioned Paper Mario, but obviously we know that ended up becoming Paper Mario the Origami King, which, man, oh man, that game, we're gonna get to that game. But anyway, I guess there was also the Mario Maker 2 update that they did, which added World Maker, which I will say was easily the best Mario related thing they did this year, because we had all been waiting on that World Maker Mario tool for so long, and to finally have it was just amazing. That was easily the best Mario related thing this year. But yeah, the Mario 35th anniversary overall was just okay. Like, there were definitely some great moments, you know, like the collection, like the awesome 3D World port, but otherwise, you know, it just feels a little too bittersweet to call it like this great year for our favorite plumber. Alright everyone, that's pretty much all of my thoughts on today's topic. What are your thoughts about Mario's 35th anniversary? You know, stuff like what game you're looking forward to replaying the most. Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy, or maybe you're looking forward to the 3D World port. You know, stuff like that. Let me know in the comments below. Or you could also let me know, you know, your thoughts on the video. Do you think I was maybe a little too harsh on the 3D All-Stars collection? Or do you agree that it is a bit of a ripoff? Let me know down below. Be sure to give this video a like. You know, likes and comments motivate me to make more videos like this. And subscribe, you know, just to help this channel grow. Again, we're almost to 1,000 subscribers. That is a goal I've been trying to hit for the longest time now. Even if you didn't enjoy the video, just subscribe so that this channel can grow and I can finally hit this goal that I've been trying to hit for years now. Alright guys, this has been 𝗃𝗲𝗳𝗲𝗀𝗀, and I'm out. Peace.